Hey everyone, welcome back to the 100% Lies of P walkthrough. In this session we're going to be making our way through the entire Lorenzini arcade and then get to the entrance of the Grand Exhibition, and that's where we'll stop. So let's get started. If you remember, we came in from the west, that's how I think of it, west, and then this gate is north. I think of that as true north. And then the first way we're going to go is east, and after that, south. And the way forward here, once we unlock, is actually how you go to the Grand Exhibition. So that's just helping orient you. We'll open up this shortcut in a bit. So we can just patient smash this guy. Because this is the only thing we're really killing over here. We don't even care about pulse cells or just go ahead and use everything we had. Because as you can see, that's literally all we were getting over here. So we can even come back here and just rest at the Stargazer. So we don't have to heal. And next up, we're going south. Here you can run behind this guy usually and get in a backstab. That works too. And then I'm trying to remember if you can go in here where they busted out or not. Or if there was any way in. Looks like nope. Okay, so we'll keep going forward. You want to watch out for that in some of these passageways. You can actually walk into rooms and see stuff. So we got that key from the east side, right? So now we're going to use that to get in here. And that guy tries to grab us, right? So it makes him awful. And then we got one of those throwing, so we're just gonna, as we established, hitting them with thermite just takes them out, so they'll be dying while we make our way down here. Now, one change with these decay things, remember the cathedral had these, but now enemies are gonna actually spawn out of them. And see, this guy wants to grab us. Now this guy will explode in a puddle of decay when he dies, so you want to make sure to roll away after you kill them. Here, I'll show you that. Just watch. See, it's like a puddle of acid. So yeah, that'll afflict you with decay if you're standing in it. Now there's another one. Oh, I guess the thermite didn't quite kill them. That's really funny. So you can see eventually we want to get over here to the other side where we'll be able to pick that up. I'm not going to waste another thermite, I'm just going to charge them. Remember, when you charge enemies that throw, they tend to miss as long as you're kind of circling around. So we are going to be going down there eventually, but first we're going to come over here. You can see that where lamp is glowing and there's a butterfly, but we don't want to spot the butterfly until we've taken care of all the enemies that it wants us to, have to deal with at the same time. But we can take advantage of puppet string, right? And then if you just inch up, you can get to the other one as well without the butterfly spawning. See him right there? As long as you don't step past like that. Now we'll get him dead and we can take on the butterfly with no issue. Now the gold butterfly will actually knock you back. You see that? Oh. And you should get an achievement for having hit and killed every kind of butterfly from across the rift. That's the trophy name. Because at that point we'll have killed gold, purple, red, taken care of all of them. And then there's an enemy up here who's actually pretty powerful. And this is actually, if you wanted to micro-optimize, this is actually a puppet. Let's see where they are. There they are. We can just wreck them with Patient Smash. That way we only waste one pulse cell. And that's all that was up there, and then we'll go back down. And there's a really tough big enemy down here that we're actually going to use our fire abrasive on. I'm also going to give myself Fable Charge with 2 Fable Catalysts. Because we just want to go ahead and get the Patient Smash off to speed this up. You can see we can just wreck him with light attacks after we did that. Oh, and we got a frame. It's a brand new frame, nice big one. 59%, we're just barely keeping up with our capacity. And we are walking through a bunch of spilled wine right now. So remember that we were told we could get that wine for the lady on Rosa Isabel Street from the Lorenzini arcade, so that's what we are going to do. But it's a little further along. We don't actually get it from this room. This can be very confusing. You look at this giant room and think there should be more stuff in it, but there really isn't. Trying to remember what I'm about to see out here. So yeah, we're going to need a key to get through this, which we don't have yet. Can you just come up and... I don't know if you can backstab these. Oh, yeah, they're pretty awful from the front, and they hit you with decay. So that's in a shortcut door that we're on the wrong side of. Now remember, we were looking through at this passageway from the other side just a second ago. So yeah, our goal now is to get that other key so that we can come back down here. Make our way through this area. So let's see if we can find that key up here. Oh, and I screwed up and got hit by the little guy. So you can see this guy's hit really hard. And you can get in a really unfortunate location here. And remember, that guy's gonna explode. You see he hit me so hard that it stunned me. Now I got our stagger. See, without Patient Smash, we have to do some work. So we're wanting to open this shortcut door because that'll give us an easy way to get back downstairs once we have the key. So we're gonna go around this way. For this one, we have Patient Smash. You can see we get the stagger on him. And then we'll hit him with a charge. That should take him out. Let's repair our weapon a little bit, since we let ourselves get hit by a bunch of stuff. And there's gonna be an enemy there. Killing these guys to get their ergo and anything they drop. And remember to roll away from them so you don't get hit by decay. There's another one here. Oh, never mind. Now head inside here. So we're going to go that way in a minute, but first we want to open that shortcut that'll make it easy for us to get from the Stargazer back down to where we need to use the key we're about to get. Now this is actually interesting. This is actually talking about Vanini and a story about him. That's who V is, of course. And it talks about how in his youth, someone killed his family. A puppet. So now we can understand why he would be personally so motivated to find out what caused the puppet frenzy, because this has happened to him before. That he's been the victim of a puppet. And we'll actually find out which puppet was responsible for that. I'm not going to give it away right now, though. Just have to follow the walkthrough and find out.
A lost visitor? Or a looter who's arrived too late? You look like a stalker. I figured you were all dead. No offense. Stalker, visitor, looter, I don't care. Just buy what you need and leave.
So you can see he sells a amulet that actually helps increase your resistance to disruption, shock, and break. So we're going to grab that, so we have that as an option. And of course we're trying to bucket all the weapons. And this is great. This is a great weapon for advance. A, scaling. So you can actually crank it to S, and it is electric. Great weapon for you advanced players. And when we come out here, you can see that that's actually a shortcut that will lead us back downstairs. I had the shortcuts backwards. So that's the shortcut that leads downstairs, and the other shortcut goes back to the Stargazer. Which should be over here. And if you remember our frame of reference, that's the north door. So just remember that the east is how we're going to get back to where we were. So here we can replenish our pulse cells. And then we're going to go through the underground passage. Wait for the big guy to go by. This is an interesting example where you finally have some big things that are starting to respawn. They don't stay dead when you kill them. Then we're going to go over here, and we can get through it now. So we'll take them out, and now there are kind of two ways to go here. This is the way forward, this path here, and then there's this decay-filled loop that we need to do. Get them out of the decay. Now the way this works, you're going to see this again in a later level as well. And notice also there's a butterfly, right? You have these little decay, there's actually like a little enemy that's responsible for causing that decay to occur. I'll show you like this. So see the decay dissipated because we took it out. And now there should be a butterfly that's going to spawn here. Right there. So it's forcing us into the decay. We're going to have to deal with it. Oh no. Gotta go fast. Okay. And these will also respawn, so that's another thing to keep in mind. See. I'm going to pop a resistance ampule. Will make things better. That'll help the decay buildup will be slower. And then the other decay is all the way around, which is annoying. right here. Gonna pop a purification. There's one more butterfly. It's really awkward to get. There's an actual big enemy in there. So it can be kind of annoying. So we want to run over to where this butterfly is. And not let this guy grab us. Take these guys out. Heal, and then we're going to patient smash. And now we're all good. And there's a weapon in here. Gonna go over here and get rid of our decay. You can even take this out, you know, again, you can use sawtooth wheels if you want. And that is that entire loop. So you see that can be kind of tricky, because that's one of the worst butterfly situations you get put in. So you're up against 3 enemies and the butterfly. You just gotta focus on getting the butterfly first and then surviving. Alright, and now we're headed for this direction. Trying to remember everything that's here. Oh yeah, well, let's go down here first. All right, okay. So if we just go ahead and go up here, this is our unlocks the very first shortcut I think we saw. This is kind of, you know, if you need to refuel, Stargazer right there. Trying to see if we're being chased. So there's just one single decay down here. Can take it out and go get this loot real quick. You can see this is a person with nasty disease there. Oh, they did come down here. Oh, we're out of taking a hit because I tried to puppet string. We're out. You can just kind of back away from them, hit them with the charge. Talk to you about the Great Exhibition. And you remember we fought some of those puppets of the future, or one of them already, haven't we? In the Vanini works. So there's an enemy down here that's going to bust out through the gate, or the barrels rather, over there when you head for that loot. What you want to try to do is get him to do a smash that'll open up these gates, because there are actual carcasses in there, and they'll fight him, and then you can hit him from behind while he's distracted, killing those carcasses. So that's what the game intends to have happen, is you want to have them fighting, and that gives you a breather. We are going to do something interesting here. We still have some leftover electric blitz abrasive. We're going to use that because this is a puppet. Real quick, I'm going to put on the puppet destroyer's amulet because this is a puppet. I'm going to use a fable catalyst so we can patient smash, and now we're going to spawn this guy. And he is awful. He has a thing that'll harpoon you in. But now we've got the enemies on him, so he should get distracted here in a minute. Oh. Gosh. Alright. He really is just very unpredictable in terms of how he moves. Alright, and now that we've done that, we will put our Carcass Butcher Amulet back on. I think that's probably the hardest enemy in this arcade, is that guy. So we got our Ergo Chunk. And I think the wine that we're after is in here in this room. Let's see. There we go. It's over here.
Is it the old woman of the, venerable lady looking for some wine? You know, like the wine you've got.
Alright, we're out of puppetry. It's the, in addition to the strategy of just guarding them and then responding, you can also just step back and then hit them as well. Both strategies work. You can also hit this guy over here. Or I think I can. There we go. Get our free Ergo.
Hello? Is anyone there? Calling any and all stargazers in the vicinity.
So this brings us
Please
up
respond.
on the other side of the door that leads to the Great Exhibition. Grand Exhibition? Great Exhibition? Can't remember. So we want to talk with
Can
Vanini.
you hear me? Really? Eviva, it actually worked. This has to be how the King of Puppets did it. How he called to the puppets and controlled them. I can't believe you can transmit your voice through ergo waves. What a brilliant discovery. And you'll never believe what signal I've picked up over the ergo.
Grand
Cry for
Exhibition.
help from the Grand Exhibition.
Too senile to keep track of his name.
Somehow someone survived. I'm suspicious too, but you have to investigate. What if it's some trapped innocent?
So the Grand Exhibition is going to be puppets, so we're going to go back to electricity. We're also going to put on our Puppet Destroyer instead of Carcass Butcher. And then we're going to get to the Grand Exhibition, and once we get there, we will go back to the hotel, level up, and then we'll be done with this session. And then in the next video, we will handle the Grand Exhibition itself. I was trying to remember if there were any little rooms to run into on the side here. Nope, we're all right. Okay, onwards. So you can see there are a lot of shortcuts in this arcade. If you ever did a section and you ended up with no pulse cells left, you know, it's pretty easy to just take the shortcut to get back.
Grand Exhibition theme was automatic puppets and city of
Sure
the
we didn't miss
future.
any loot
The
down that
plan
path.
was to showcase and demonstrate the most advanced technology in Krot. But you know the rest. You can't hold an exhibition in a city that's fallen into utter chaos. And now the whole city is an exhibition of a nightmare.
So this is a dead end right now because that's the main door to the exhibition, but we have to open it from the other side. That's the shortcut door that we can't open yet. So the way forward is actually over here to my left. And that also just goes up to the main door. So the way we want to go is this way. This is more of those guys that can parry you. Oh, didn't even see them. These things are awful. I try to puppet straighten the dogs, because if you puppet straighten them, you can just light attack them and kill them. If I remember they're there. Now, there's a dog up here that I do remember. He's there he is up there waiting to ambush. So what we want to do is puppet string this guy so we can get him by himself. And now we're ready for the dog. He'll leap down. We'll get him with the string and kill him. Now we want to go up the stairs here, but there's loot over here to the right, so we're going to go that way first. There's an enemy here that's very strong. We're going to go ahead and electrify. We're going to hit him with Patient Smash here. One, two, three. And another R2. And we'll get him staggered. You can see we got a shock cartridge. That's a nice physical damage reduction upgrade. Just trying to remember if there was anything on the ground here. I don't think so. We're just gonna run around really quick. Okay, we're good. So now we can go upstairs. We also want to go around to the right again, even though left was the way forward, because there's some loot over here. Now we're going to ride this. So then we can head over here. And there's a shortcut ladder. And we are now inside the Grand Exhibition. Before I get to that Stargazer, let's just go over here because this is the main door. I just want to get it open, so that makes it really easy to get from the Lorenzini Arcade Stargazer to this one without having to fight anything. Not that we really need that route, but we now have it. And now we are going to go back to Rosa Isabel Street. I'm going to turn in that wine to the old lady. Just to show that run, this is really quick and easy. Just going up here to the left. And then left again. She's right here.
Ah, Lord, thank you, young one. This.
So we got the Vanini commemorative coin from that. Now we can go back to the hotel. So yeah, one thing you might have noticed in the arcade, as the elite enemies get a little closer and closer together, that's where you can use Fable Catalysts to kind of fill in the gaps. We're also about to get you know, with the next couple of quarks, we're going to unlock a 5th Fable slot, so that'll give us even more power, because we'll be able to patient smash and already be, you know, it'll only need 1 Fable catalyst to be able to patient smash again. And not only that, but, you know, if you have 5 Fable slots, spin down to 2, the little enemies in between the elites, even if they're very close together, should, you know, you'll very quickly get 1 Fable slot back and be ready to patient smash again. So we can turn in the commemorative coin we were given.
Venini even strike a light. You found a commemorative coin dating from the founding of the Venini Foundation. The Foundation is a sort of fan club, sir. A very limited number of these were minted for the original members. Well, once Master Venini established himself as the Prince of High Society, his popularity skyrocketed, and his signature coat and glasses were mass-produced. This is one of the originals, however, from the limited run. Take care of it, won't you? You have restored Master Venini's lost collection. You've earned this small token of appreciation, sir. Thank you.
And Half Moonstone, remember, that's what we were waiting to upgrade our weapon.
I know my way around a weapon.
So we can take the big pipe wrench head, +7. Now 1 more Half Moonstone and we'll be able to upgrade again. Let's also check in on our trident. Ah, yes, we can take it to +3. In terms of upgrade materials, we're still just sitting at only 1 Legion caliber. So we are good to level up.
I'll use my power to help you.
Just remember, we're going to take Technique to 24 and then Vigor to 17. We should actually have a huge number of little ergo fragments, because I have not been spending them.
I'll use my power.
So Vigor to 17. You can see we are actually pretty heavy with the equipment we have on. So I think what I'll probably do now is take off the Technique Amulet, because it's a negligible amount of damage. Or let's see, we could put on the Hunter's Amulet, because we want to be getting this. Remember, the Hunter's Amulet we just got in the arcade, this actually increases the ergo acquisition when killing enemies. Whenever we're not fighting bosses and making our way through a level, you should have this equipped, because that'll help us just gain more ergo. So I think actually, at least for now, I might take off that frame for now and just wait till we have the capacity for it. It's a really nice physical damage reduction, but oh, we're too heavy even with the... A little confused about what we equipped that's so heavy. Maybe we've been running around heavy this whole time, or maybe it was this shock cartridge that we just got. So we want the one that drops our reduction the least. That's this one. Yeah, so I think we're gonna have to move away from because I very much want to keep the hunters and the patients equipped. You know what? I think what we'll just do is accept that we need a carrier for now. We're about to gain 2 points in capacity. With the carrier, we should be able to have the biggest frame and the biggest cartridge. Yeah, 58%. So we'll do that for now. And then, so we're losing damage, but as you can see, our damage is way too high anyway, so that's totally fine. So now that we have all that set up, we're going to head back to the Grand Exhibition Gallery. And then in the next video, we'll be making our way through the entirety of the Grand Exhibition, and then we will be showing you Champion Victor with a Spectre. Until then, see you next time.